Finally. Stupid. Stupid hump. To obey is better than sacrifice. I don't need your money, I want your life. For if you can come to me every day, then boom, overcoming it all. I got those lyrics horribly wrong. I've already sang the song a couple times when I started, but I realized I wasn't live. Yay! Oh, hello, Derek! There we go. Now we got everything all set up in the YouTube world. Just gotta write a few things down because I realized I've neglected something. I wasn't technically supposed to start until 6:45, so I'm gonna give it a second, but I'm gonna put some music on and I'll do some talkie. Not that music because I don't want to be nuked from orbit. Where is it? There it is. Hello! There we go. Yeah, you did make it in time. Let's see. Today is... Oof. 1 second. Like I said, I wasn't supposed to start technically until 6:45. I just started earlier for once. So, I hope you're all doing well. Sunday, what do we eat? Shoot, I don't remember. Oh, yeah. No, wait. It was meatballs. I write down what I eat in the middle of the night. I mean for dinner, and I've neglected to do it. I keep a log of everything that I did in a day. Meatballs. Salmon meatballs. Leftovers. YMC. And then, okay. No, I just mean for dinner. For me, dinner time is late at night. And last night was carrot soup. And then this night was hobo packs. There we go. And what else was in there? What else? Oh yeah. No wait. Shopping at Aldi's. And then for today, and then still got time. Vendors, Flippy Bonjour, char. I'm gonna get to drawing in 1 second. I just realized I forgot to do something very important, and technically I wasn't supposed to start. There we go. Okay, we're done. Got all caught up on my daily log. Oh, thank you for stopping by before you leave. Yes, I've returned back to the streaming of the No Man's Time, the time when people are usually too busy. Which, that's fine, that's fine. Anyway, today I'm working on this illustration of my original character, Misato Yushoku, dressed up as Snow White. Because, I thought it'd be fun. I already did this sketch. In fact, I got a mini speed paint recording right now as I speak. And I'm also going to record this just in general. So, in which case, I think I'm going to make the chit-chat disappear. So, how have I been, little sheep? Yeah, it all been good. It's all been good, for the most part. We've been having, very unusual weather. But, I mean, for the Midwest, I mean, like, that's normal. For the most part. Just at this time, like, you just kind of expect it. No, she's making chat disappear. Yeah, well, that's because this is also going to be a speed paint too, so I can't show that off, because if so, it would be, like, weird. In fact, let me just check to make sure. Yeah, clipstudiopaint's okay. clipstudiopaint BF on top. We had some very cold storms as late. Yeah. It was very cold yesterday, and I think what was especially just especially like that was just because it hadn't been that cold lately. It's been relatively warm. So it was just kind of like, oh, it's not gonna do anything. I guess it's turning to spring, but then it froze. It always does that. It will snow like right in March. I'm working on 2 ever speed paints, in addition to, I gotta work at a faster pace. Darn it. Where'd it go? You can't see what I'm doing because I got clipstudiopaint, but I'm looking for a picture. There it is. Duh. Found it. Even if I don't need a reference, I usually like pulling out references. Why did I open up my music folder? And then... there we go. Resuming with the recordy-cordy. Hello, blank. Blank in that fact that there's no name there. Okay, let's start getting to the dry. This will be a fun drawing, hopefully. Hey, I was thinking about getting Clip Studio Paint 1 like Clip Studio Paint 2 has things, but what things is it worth the money and trouble? Is Clip Studio Paint good enough? What's the difference? Oh, okay, yeah, let me think about that for a minute. You caught me off guard, was that question? Not that I'm unhappy to answer it, I'm very happy to answer it. Okay, so, is Clip Studio Paint... I don't think Clip Studio... So, technically, Clip Studio Paint 1 is not available anymore. How it works is Clip Studio Paint... You have Clip Studio Paint... So, how it used to be is that there was Clip Studio Paint 1, and then... once they updated... And you could either get Pro or EX. And then, once they updated to Clip Studio Paint 2... you could still get Pro or EX, but you could either get a perpetual license, which is what I own, which means you buy it once, and you never have to pay for it again, or you could get an update license, and pay a subscription fee. And the differences between the subscription fee and the perpetual license is that the, subscription feed is that they get the updates, they get every single update. Clip Studio Paint used to do this, but now if you want to do it, you have to pay. So you get like the latest update features. I'm not talking about like maintenance updates, you still get that, but you can get you have to get like if you want like the newest of features that Clip Studio Paint is offering, like there's some things that I can't do because it's featured in an update pass. However, I did get access to those features when they then changed to Clip Studio Paint version free, because I just bought a never perpetual license and I bought it for free, and I bought number free, and I didn't buy it during the sale because I was a dunce and I didn't know how to do it. And so I wasted my money. I spent more money. Oh my goodness. But anyway, so how Clip Studio Paint is still divided now is you can get an update license or you can get a perpetual license. I personally recommend the perpetual license because, I mean, yeah, you get a lot of cool features in the update pass and you get, like, you know, live updates throughout. But the only thing is that just Clip Studio Paint base can do so much more than so many other programs that I think it's just fine. So what you're asking is about Clip Studio Paint and EX. That's the difference. So Pro is definitely better, really good. I had Pro for the longest time. I can't remember everything that you can do in it. How expensive is the perpetual license one? Well, I bought mine all the way back in 2019, so a lot has definitely changed. I need to think about that. In fact, let me, I can look it up right now. Pushing pause on my recording. Clip Studio Paint. I'll just say Studio Paint. Yes. Yeah, so you can get a free trial, or you can buy a perpetual license right now. Cost $54. EX perpetual license costs $237, so quite a bit more, like a lot more. But Clip Studio Paint does go on sale quite often. In fact, I have a feeling it will go on sale very soon because it usually goes on sale around springtime. I can't guarantee it, but I have a feeling. And then an upgrade is $10.99. The update pass is $10.99 a month, or for EX it's $31 a month, and then you can get different features into that, and like you can get all into the weeds of that. So that is whatever, but I recommend getting the perpetual license, and like I said, it does go on sale quite often, and I feel like it will go on sale very soon. I definitely recommend Clip Studio Paint. It is the only art software I use right now, although I still do use painttoolsai now and then. I have the official paid version of that as well. I downloaded a lot of the art softwares because I was going to do a video last year, but for anybody who knows anything about my channel, last year didn't go so well. I was very busy, so I wasn't able to do it. So maybe I'll do it again. Maybe I'll try it again this year. But God willing, next week I'm gonna work on Revolution for Color. I took a hiatus, a very long hiatus, due to my stuff that happened last year, and then this year opened up with me getting very, very, well, I wasn't sick until I started taking the medication. But I had a stomach infection and I felt fine, but then I took the medication and then I died. So now I'm trying to come back to life. Some of it's just been me lazy. So I'm trying to finish these 2 speed paints, not this one, but I got 2 ever that I'm working on, and I'm trying to finish those off before I start by the end of this week. But if I don't, then I'm just gonna say screw it. I'll do those, and I'll work on Revolution Full Color, and then when I'm done working on those speed paints, I'll work on Revolution Full Color, and then a couple other projects that I'm working on, a couple side projects. Another question: why is your version of clipstudiopaint not in dark mode? It looks like the old Windows. I love the aesthetic, but doesn't it hurt your eyes? Yes, I love burning my eyes. So here's the thing. When clipstudio, I used to use painttoolsai. Painttoolsai doesn't have a dark mode because it's from the dinosaur ages. It's still a good art program despite it, but it is not updated. Whoa. Ah! For some reason something was off for a minute. It is not updated, since. So it doesn't have a dark mode and stuff. And then when I switched to clipstudiopaint, I'm like, I'm gonna use a dark mode. It's so cool. And I did use it for quite a while. But then suddenly, I just switched to the light mode because I think the dark mode was a little hard for me to read. So I switched it. You can easily switch clipstudiopaint for the settings. You just push settings and you can switch it to dark mode or light mode. And even that you can adjust. Like, you can turn down the brightness of clipstudiopaint. So that way, if you want it on light mode, it doesn't have to be eye burning. But apparently I like burning my eyeballs. It's not like I'm an artist and I need my eyes. So that's why. And yes, it does kind of hurt them, but like I said, I don't care. Speaking of eyes, I don't know why I started with her eyes first. I don't usually start with those. I remember that arc. I'm glad to hear you are feeling better. Yes, I'm feeling fine. It was just the medicine that was making me. Because like I said, I didn't really have any symptoms of the stomach infection. I mean, technically, a lot of people could have. It's called H. pylori, and a lot of people can actually have it and not know about it. So I, felt fine. It was just when I was taking the medication, it was very hard on my stomach. By the time I got to the end of it, my brother got it too. Nora Vanguard, and so Nora, even if it would bother him, he wouldn't tell. He wouldn't say anything. He's just not that type of person. But at the same time, his dosage was different than mine. He only had to... he took more stronger doses, but he only took it 3 times a day. I took it 4. And, he was able to still, work and stuff like that. I was just, I was incapacitated. I did work a little. I did work, though. So I wasn't, completely, but I couldn't do anything else. Anyway, there we go, was that. So, here's something that's funny. When I first started doing speed paint, I did all of my line art on 1 layer. Well, I used to do everything on 1 layer at one time, because I didn't know how to do anything. Because I remember when I was watching, my first speed paint that I think I watched was speed paint by the artist Sunnyways, and it was their speed paint of Hatsune Miku. And it's got over 1 million views. And when I don't know what I was looking at, but I feel like I was looking at the selection tool. So I was just seeing the artist Sunny Waste color a whole bunch of things and then just go back to white. And I was saying, oh, I don't see the point of doing that, because I didn't know that they were using the selection tool. And if it wasn't that I was looking at, then it was that they were making the layers disappear. And they weren't erasing everything. So I just totally misunderstood what was happening. Which makes sense, because I had no context. And then when I did start getting into speed painting myself, well, just digital art, I started doing all the line art in one layer, and then get off my screen. I made my Windows thing pop up, but then later on, I started doing everything on separate layers. So I had the clothes on separate layers. I had the dress on separate layer. I would have had, well, if I was doing this, if I was doing this image, then yeah, I would have had the clothes on separate layers. I would have had the dress on a separate layer. The lace would have been on a separate layer. Everything would have been on a separate layer. But now I don't do that anymore. Because it just got to the point where I was doing too many unnecessary layers. So now I have a balance. Now, most of the time, not all the time, because like on the speed paints you're going to see me come out with, I don't have the eyes on a different layer. And that one, in that case, I didn't even have the characters on a separate layer. I just got it all on one layer, which, that I kind of regret doing. So, anyway, point being is that now I've definitely changed up my pattern. Now I think in some ways I went back to my roots of keeping everything on the layer, but I usually try to always keep the face on a separate layer. And if I really have some really intricate, like, design on the outfit, like this time I'm gonna add a bunch of like lace to her dress. So, that will be on a separate... I'm not sure if I'll make the dress the same way I did in this illustration right here, which is the one I did last for Snow White. I do like it, but there's just some things I'm just like, what? How does that work? And plus, I'm not gonna put the cape on her. At least I don't think so. I don't got it on the sketch. So, I think there'll be no cape. In the words of, Edna Mode. No capes! What am I drinking? Water. Just basic H2O. I don't really drink anything else. I have, like, hot chocolate once in a blue moon, and maybe a soda if it's a holiday. And by soda, it's only cream or Sprite. Nothing else. I can't have that much soda. I technically should not have Sprite because of my dietary needs, but I don't really listen to that because Sprite is the one soda I've always liked. I've never been that big. Like, I still have candy from Christmas, and my mom's like, how do you still have that? I'm like, I'm just not big on sweet stuff. Oh, milk. I do drink milk. I do drink milk. Whee! Good morning! Cream soda is so good. I haven't had one in a long time. The best sodas is actually a certain brand. I can't say what it is because I think it's only in my area. But it's really good. It's a really good type of cream soda. It's a local brand. But they've got like some of the best soda. I think I made her hair a little too long, but I don't care. Maybe I should have made it a little shorter. I don't know. Ah! I made everything disappear. Oh, what the heck. I really only enjoy soda with a meal just once myself. Yeah, I only have soda if it's a holiday or a birthday. I remember going to get a checkup and my doctor was just asking me, you know, the usual questions. Do you drink? Do you smoke? Do you do drugs? And I just said no, no, no. She's like, oh, so you just stay away from all the vices? Good. I'm like, yeah, it is good. Why am I not healthy? This is not fair. I don't do this stuff. I should be healthier. Well, one thing I know I definitely don't do is I don't exercise enough. Did I ever think of cosplaying? Nope. I mean, yes, I'd have thought of it, but I'm not gonna do it. One, because I would be all cosplayed up and nowhere to go. I live in the corn valleys of the USA, so nobody but crows. No Comic-Cons near me. Second of all, I do not have, I couldn't pull it off. I couldn't pull it off. If I could cosplay as anybody, it would probably be, I want to say Aqua or Kairi from Kingdom Hearts. Or maybe, a character from one of my anime games, since they've got, like, clothing that, well, one of the characters has a really outlandish dress, but I would still wear that in public. Hair is a little too long, but she's defying gravity right now, and I really want to show the flowiness off of it. So, speaking of Snow White, has anyone been keeping up with the drama surrounding that movie? Oh my goodness. It is just so funny. It's kind of like, I was telling my brother, it's gonna be basically a race to the bottom on which one fails harder. Assassin's Creed or Snow White. I think Snow White will. Just because that has... I mean, then again, I mean, like, I was gonna say, though, it's like, even if... I guess if you don't like this, if you don't mind this controversies about Assassin's Creed, about it not respecting Japanese culture and stuff like that, with them getting mixed up with Chinese culture and the whole entire Torygate situation. Like, if you don't mind... Oh, and they also, like, desecrated a temple and stuff. But anyway, point being is, if you don't mind all of that stuff, I was gonna say, well, at least you'll have a good game still left. But then I'm not even sure about that because it's like, I heard there's a lot of bugs in it too. With Snow White though, you definitely got nothing. I've never liked any of the live action remakes. I'm sorry to those who have, I've never liked it. Good morning, Rusties. It's braver to wear nothing in public. Doc was nice. Mine was, are you... Why am I even asking? Of course, you aren't. Oh, Vermont. I need you in the teeth, Doc. Will need I see you. Good morning, Watts. That's a funny story. Snow White. I saw the actors are not writers. Not really sure about that. I like the chat music videos on the Snow White hate, so at least there's that, yes. Nope. That one's not even live action, it's CGI animated. Like, I know a lot of people speak highly about, the Cinderella 2015 one. I did not like it. I hated it. If you'd like it, that's fine. But I did not like it. I might rewatch just that one. The only ever one that I saw that I gave the time of day to was the Cruella one, and that was because I was more fascinated about it and the fact that it's like, this is a woman who kills dogs. Like, out of all the female villains, Disney, you're gonna try to make this one sympathetic? The one thing that universally we can all agree with is wrong. Killing dogs for fur coats. Not even just dogs. Puppies. Puppies. I forgot. Why didn't she kill full-grown Dalmatians? I think there's a reason given. I know there is, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. The only other one that I've seen was... Okay, so I saw Cinderella, I saw Cinderella, and I saw, Cruella. I was going to see Maleficent, but I did not because I knew I was just going to watch that one out of spite because I definitely did not like that one. And I definitely did not like the concept of that one, and so I just passed on that one. And note, when I say see, I do not mean I saw these in theaters, because see, there's a little invention, folks, called the library. And I don't know about other people's library, but in my library, you can rent things for free. So I saw these movies and I didn't pay Disney 1 red cent. But no, I just do not like... Even if the live action remakes were good, I just don't like them on principle because I love animation. I think animation is a valid source of storytelling, and I think it's underutilized and underappreciated. Like I said, her hair is way too long, but it's just like, I can't help it, it's so pretty. And you can't tell. You can't tell. Don't ask me where I got this premise from. I first sketched this out when I was drawing, when I was watching, doing my rewatch. My Suffer rewatch of Sailor Moon. I already said this in several streams, so I won't talk about it too much, but... End summary on that is, Sailor Moon Season 1 was... For the original, was fine. I actually did like some things in it. Season 2 had, like, a few things that I liked in it, but it was cursed. It was Chibiusa. Season 3 was okay. I liked it a little better because Chibiusa wasn't a brat. all the way through, but it just wasn't good. And I never watched season 5 or 4 like once, and I didn't intend to because there was no interest in it. No, that's not true. I've seen 4. I just haven't seen 5, but I didn't rewatch 4 this time. But Crystal, there was nothing about it that I liked outside of the art. The art was very pretty. But even then, it was only the art from season 3 onward. Season 2's onward. Like, there were some things that were pretty, but there were some things that were just... Assassin's Creed's lost the plot a long time ago. So I've heard. So I've definitely heard. Which is sad because Assassin's Creed was one game, like, when I was younger, I wanted to play it. And but now I have no interest in playing it. Even the older ones I want to play because it's like, I think you need like an Ubisoft account to play it. I actually do have an Ubisoft account. It's not anymore though because it expired. Because it was inactive. I don't know why I even got it. Most likely one of my games on Steam, I think it's Tetris. You can't play without an Ubisoft account. Yeah, I think it's that one. So, but I've been inactive on it, so... I think my favorite game is, my favorite action game that I've played. I don't really play that many video games. I'm not really that much of a gamer, so that's why my criticism also means for crap on that. But, I think I also like, obviously Kingdom Hearts, but I'm trying to think of, like, outside of Kingdom Hearts. I enjoyed playing Persona 5. A lot. There were certain elements of the things I didn't like about the plot, but I can't deny that I still enjoyed it. And even with the plot, it was mostly like in the sense of when it gets to like things like gods and stuff like that. I just don't enjoy that stuff. And I didn't like some of the personas. I mean, obviously I'm not saying, oh, blah, 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 blah. It should change, it shouldn't have that stuff in there. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm just saying, as me personally, as my own personal decision, I just don't. I haven't played it in a while. Probably should. But, I've been trying to play games. I have a lot of games on Steam in my backlog. I bought a whole bunch of games this time. All the Arkham games, at least all the good ones. And, so I just got a lot. It just doesn't look right. You don't need an Ubisoft account to play them. You aren't always online. AC1 and AC reveals great storytelling. Assassin's Creed shot itself in the foot of killing Yushoku. Yes, they were fun titles, but actual overarching plot fizzled to nothing. Last good Disney film I watched was, that one wasn't a direct remake of the animated feature though. I'm guessing you're referring to Cinderella? Yes, I'll agree with you on that. It wasn't. That's why I do say that at least that one has more merit to it. But I still didn't enjoy it because it was... I just didn't enjoy it. But yes, you are right about that. It wasn't at least a direct remake. The one thing I will say though is it did obviously pave the way for the future. That was another one I saw. I saw Alice in Wonderland, which is really what started all this. That wasn't a direct remake either. It was more of a sequel, even though it is labeled into the same category as direct sequel. And I liked it when I was younger, a teenager. I do not think I'd like it now as an adult, because I'm not an edgy 16-year-old who's got the same kind of insecurities that I did then. Okay. Sorry, for a moment there, I'm just like, what do I do? I'm just gonna sketch this out a little bit more, because it's not sketched out very well. But here's just a comparison of my dislike for Disney live action remakes. I will see I would rather watch Tokyo Ghoul and Sword Art Online than see any of the live action remakes, because at least those are animated. And it's not even like I hate live action. Like, I do enjoy movies that are in live action, but I believe that movies that are animated should stay animated. But yes, going back to you, Rusty Dragon, yes, Tron Legacy was a very good film. I think the last Disney film that I saw, like, okay, so I did enjoy Encanto, and I did sort of enjoy Wreck-It Ralph. Did not enjoy the second one. But I cannot lie that I did enjoy Encanto. That said, Encanto would not be on any of my list of my, like, it wouldn't be in the top 20. Like, it was good. I thought it was actually really good, but I enjoyed it, but it's not even in the top 20, folks. But in Encanto's defense, it isn't because it's bad, per se. It's just because the ever Disney movies are so good. I made these bangs. I'm making her hair too long. Maybe that could be the premise of this drawing. Like, her hair's growing. Like, sometimes that happens, like, when the magical powers are activated. The hair grows all long and flowy. She's already defying gravity, so why not? She's like in an anti-gravity chamber. Oh, that would actually be kind of nice. I'll put the background and you can see the... Oh, yeah, that would be so cool. That would be so cool. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put her like in an anti-gravity chamber. So that way I can have the space theme mixed with, the fairy tale theme. I once was first saying that, when I was first creating the draft of Revolution Full Color, I labeled it as under the tag of cyberpunk, just because I liked the aesthetic of the bright colors. And I thought that there was a little bit of themes of transhumanism in there, was like the superpowers and stuff, and the way that I was going to go about it. But now I'm just like, I think I only did that was because it's like, I like the style of cyberpunk aesthetic. And it takes place in the future and stuff like that, so I figured, oh, it will fit for this. But in the end, I just, Revolution Full Color is just urban fantasy. I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna come out with a video. It will be about all my OCs and explain the premises of all their stories. The only problem is that I already got an illustration that I'm pretty satisfied with Misato. but I didn't record that one. Space plus fantasy. What is this? Star Ocean? I don't know that. But if it's space plus fantasy, that sounds interesting. That's one thing I like about Aldnoah Zero. So Aldnoah Zero is like my guilty pleasure. I think it has a lot. And I do mean a lot. Like, lot was a capital L-O-T. A lot of problems. But I still liked it. But even the things that I like about it when I'm watching it, I'm kind of like, why do I like it? But then it's like, I like it for the aesthetic. Nothing more, nothing less. But, yeah, I really do like the aesthetic of Aldnoah. And even with the aesthetic, like, when it gets down to, like, the character designs, not so much. I like the the outfit designs, and I like the, I like a good example would be, for the main female character, Salem versus Lucia, whatever her flying flip name is. I like her, hair, I like her dress, it's mostly in her, and I don't think her face is ugly, it's just that the face designs, I think that, like, everyone looks, like, the same, that's, like, A1 picture, same face syndrome. And, everyone just kind of looks the same, nobody looks unique, and, their profiles kind of pig-noses. So, it's just, like, I do like Slain, though. Slain Triad. I think when I was younger, he was, like, on my husbando list. I think I put him on my tier list. Did I? I don't know, I had to check. Merisusheep sees bright colors and she is hypnotized. Yeah. You know something's gotta be bad in its animation if it's got bright colors and I still don't like it. A good example would be that new Spider-Man show. Like Spider-Man, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. And it has like really bright colors. It's trying to mimic this aesthetic from the of the comic books from the 60s and stuff, and it just looks bad. It looks janked, and not even the bright colors can distract me. That show was bad, but I think even worse was just boring, because I think they're allergic to telling a superhero show focusing on superheroes and doing superhero things now. And you would say, what's my evidence for that? I would say every show that's coming out that's superhero. You've got Batman, Cape Crusader, that focused not too much on Batman from what I saw. I only watched one episode of that, so I can't judge it fully. Superman, My Adventures with Superman. And again, at least that one wasn't quite lying in the fact that it does say My Adventures with Superman, so it is, you know, giving you the hint that it's going to be from a Lois Lane perspective and stuff, but just like, even then, I feel like you should show off Superman more. I haven't watched season 2 yet. I'm gonna. But yeah, that's why I go back and I rewatch the old stuff to death, because the old stuff is good stuff. Like, for those who do not know, I'm rewatching Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and that is... I'm gonna come out with a video on that, like, really, really soon, so I'm gonna save my fangirling for that, but it is just, like, chef's kiss. It is the best. I think I need to move it up a little bit in my favorite cartoon, my favorite superhero show list. Because, oh my goodness, it is so good. I know a lot of people like the X-Men, from the 90s. I never saw it, so I can't judge it. I did see the Spider-Man from the 90s. That is from my childhood. But I never did really see... I saw a couple... I think I saw 1 or 2 episodes of the X-Files. I'm saying X-Files, I mean X-Men. But... And I saw 1 to 2 episodes of an Avengers show that was also from the 90s. But out of the ones I've seen, Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes is definitely one of my favorite Marvel shows, right next to Spectacular Spider-Man. And in DC, my favorite ones are Young Justice Season 1. I absolutely adore that. Justice League Unlimited. That's a really good show. Batman Animated Series. The Batman is one of my favorites. Old stuff had still, yeah, it's Sid. Okay, that's that one. And the thing is like, some people think, oh, you're just being so critical of the new stuff. It's like, you want everything to be anime. It's like, no, I don't. I love Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. It's not anime. It's not anime at all. I mean, I think if my mom saw it, and she saw it out of context, and I showed her free things, I don't think she'd be able to necessarily guess which one's anime. I mean, she might guess which one's the cartoon, just because she is familiar with Thor and Captain America and Iron Man. She does know them. She's watched the MCU with me. And by the MCU, I mean only the good movies. Like, she actually did enjoy watching Iron Man and the Avengers and the Spider-Man movies. She actually enjoyed watching them. It was me. The Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies and the Amazing Spider-Man. She never watched the MCU Spider-Man. Nor would she be really interested in seeing it. But, I absolutely adore superheroes. I've always loved superheroes. And I just think it's very sad that we have this dry spell of just no superheroes. Oh, I had the line art way too thick. Yeah, that's what I figured. It just doesn't make sense. I like the intro of the Batman. Love the villains intro. Love the sketches of the villains in the intro. Yeah, me too. The Batman was my first... That and Super Friends was my first... I deleted the sketch for the hair. Switch back to 8. That and Super Friends were my first superhero shows. This is also why I'm more of a DC girl than a Marvel girl, because I didn't see Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and that was my introduction to the Avengers. Like, I knew who they were, and I knew what Marvel was. It was the enemy. But, I knew who they were and stuff like that, but I was never that interested in them. I always been more of a DC girl. And I still am. I still am. Like, I do like Iron Man, I think, more than the Dark Knight trilogy by Christopher Nolan. Just because it's got more of the stuff that I enjoy in it personally. But that said, I mean, give me the Batman over the Iron Man movie any day. Or Batman the Animated Series. It's just wonderfully done. Sounds like Charlie Brown music. I think the first real deep dive stuff was the Incredible Hulk. Like, what way to get a child, me, to dream of taking steroids. Gamma radiation, folks, it doesn't give you cancer, it turns you into a monster. It turns you into a superhero monster. In the Marvel Universe. I haven't figured out how. The only thing I can think of is on a similar basis to how the DC works, and the fact that there's like a meta gene. And, the gamma radiation, triggers it in some people. And then other people just gives them cancer. The thing is that when they put the X-Men in there with them, it's just like they made the X gene similar because they didn't want Spider-Man to be an X-Man. Don't quote me on that though, because I'm not an expert on it. I'm not going to even pretend to be an expert on it. I want to read some Marvel comics though, and I want to read some good DC comics. There's a comic book store near me. Not too far from where my church is. And, I can sometimes go there after church. But sometimes I admit I can't control myself and I just end up laughing at some of the new stuff that comes out. Plus, I'm still disappointed in the store because I went in there looking for Watchmen and they didn't have it. I don't like Alan Moore is an author who I do not agree with in any sense of the manner, but he can write a good comic when he wants to. Has anyone seen the new animated versions of The Watchmen that just came out recently? I haven't. Me and my brother were watching all the DC movies that were connected. But we stopped at Wonder Woman Bloodlines. Mainly because I started watching Avengers vs. Mightiest Heroes and my brother was like, hey, that's nice, can I watch it with you? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll just rewatch the episodes that I've already seen. And, we can watch it together. And, I was just kind of like, we need to go back to Wonder Woman Bloodlines. And I'm like, Yes, but I'm having so much more fun doing this because Wonder Woman's Bloodlines is a boring movie. From what I remember. I've only seen it once, but I remember not enjoying it. Before, it was bits and pieces and cartoons like Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Spider-Man, The Batman Beyond, and Batman Beyond, and Teeny Titans. Internet gas. There was only Zack Snyder's Watchmen in the graphic novel. No, there's a new animated version that just came out recently. It's on HBO. Let me check. I gotta confirm this. Yeah, here it is. Watchmen, Chapter 1. Watch now on HBO. I haven't seen it yet. And these images are really making me not want to see it. Is it like in CGI? My goodness. This looks like Ruby. Why do they always make the cover art look so much better than the actual movies? It's just sad. When you go from... There's only one film. The one film, and we don't... And the graphic novel. We don't talk about the HBO show. No, I don't mean the HBO live action TV show. I mean this movie that just came out in 2024. But like I said, from what I'm seeing, it looks like it was. Yes, I agree. I don't like Alan Moore. I think he meant Rorschach to be the YouTuber Tal. The Almighty Lolly. He's got a good review. That show looks at. This is a movie. It's in part 1 and part 2. Okay, I'm just gonna put a fake line here, so that way we'll cap that off from streaming into it. I realize this strand is not wavy enough for my taste. Yeah. What was that line from the stupid show? I got a nose for bleach or something. Whites? I don't remember. But it was like, how do you write that and then say, did you not say it back to yourself? Because sometimes I will do that. I'll read my script back to myself. It's actually a really good thing to do. Because you need to see, is this something that a physical human being would actually say? And I'm like, did no one proofread this? You have no editors? They probably didn't, because the one thing I definitely know and I definitely believe, and I have no, like, some people are saying that's not true, but it's like, I have seen no evidence to the contrary to disprove this fact, that there's just a toxic positivity environment in all of these things. No one's telling them that their stuff is bad. Yeah, that's it, that's it, that's it. But never fear, folks, because guess what? If I really am starved for superhero shows, then I'll just watch what I have over and over again. I'll watch the X-Men from the 90s. I'll watch the Spider-Man from the 90s. I'll watch anything that isn't the new stuff. And sometimes the new stuff does. Like, I'm not gonna say that there wasn't like a single moment that I didn't enjoy in the new Spider-Man show, but for the most part, it was just boring. It's so boring. I was just telling my brother that, Nora, because it's like something that is bad, that's entertainingly bad, at least you can get some, like, I will still watch the really bad parts of Young Justice because it's entertainingly bad. I'm spending like a gazillion years just on her fringes. I need to move past it, but I can't. Just gotta nuke it, start from scratch. The writers were probably off in Bleach. Ugh, that sounds like really awful. You're right, I know, but I cannot clean with bleach. I gotta use ever cleaning products that do not have bleach in it because I'm just like really sensitive to that smell, and I couldn't imagine the idea of huffing it. One time I got trapped in the bathroom when no one trapped me, I trapped myself. It was a skill issue on my part, as Nora would say. And, I was just huffing the bleach, and I threw up. Superman the Animated Series, Batman the Animated Series, Justice League the Animated Series, Marvel's Avengers, Earth Mightiest Heroes, Spectacular Spider-Man, The Batman, Teen Titans, etc. All peak. That is all my favorite stuff. Right there. You just named it all. I would add Young Justice Season 1 in there, though. And I gotta nuke this one, too. Shoot. Yes, but if anyone ever says, "Oh, you're so picky in your choices," I just realized I stopped talking for a second because I was getting distracted. That's the problem when you're doing speed paint and you're doing when you are doing this. But it's like, if anyone ever tells me You're so picky in your taste. It's like, no, why not? I know exactly what I like, and it's not even that much. Why can't you give it to me? You're just so picky. I have taste. Yeah. Yes, that is true. Speaking of taste, okay, I figured I'd talk about this because I'm trying to think of things to talk about. Has anyone seen the news of the new Avatar show? Korra ruined the world. And it's just like, some people are like so surprised by it. And I'm like, of course she ruined the world. I knew that. Norm knew it. ER knows it. Anyone who doesn't like the show knows it. And I don't even dislike Korra that much. But it's just like, of course she ruined the world. She opened up the spirit portal and it was like the worst thing you could do. There we go. I dropped Korra after episode 4. Yeah, like I said, I'm just like, I do not mind season 1. And there are parts of season 3 that I like. But, I can understand why other people wouldn't like it. Credit to ER for everyone just craps on Korra. Even the people who hate him can't deny him. Yep. And what's really funny is because the creators, because we knew about, it's kind of like weird. It's a very surreal feeling because with the Korra, with the Avatar stuff, I'm seeing it in real time. So it's just like, because Avatar is something I pay attention to more. So it's like, I heard all the way back when my dad's retired now, but back when he was working his job, I remember hearing about the leaks that the new Avatar was going to be twins. I'm not sure if it was just something that people wanted and then they did do it. And then I started hearing, oh, it's gonna be twins. It's gonna be futuristic. So it's like, I was hearing these leaks in real time and I was hearing them for quite a long time. So now to find out that they're true is just kind of like, wow. But let's be real, there wasn't... so it's just like, it's a very surreal thing to hear this stuff and then find out, oh, this is actually true. Because it's like, It's just like, I find it very funny. Avatar twins, what? Are you joking? I mean, are you joking, Wads, or did you not know that? Yeah, the Avatar is gonna have a twin. What's really funny is the fact that there was just 4 people within the 4 ethnic groups. So you had the firebenders, which were like predominantly, not all, entirely, but predominantly Japanese. You had like some Chinese influence in there, but you could tell that they were, you know, primarily Japanese. And then you had the water benders, who were like, you know, the darn it, I'm gonna get the name wrong, but like Inuit people from like Alaska and such, and like other parts of the northern world, like native tribes up there north. And then you had the earthbenders, which were very Chinese. And you had the parts of the airbenders, which were Tibetan, and then parts of the airbenders and like Tibetan and ever. There's something specific about it. I don't want to say it too much because it's like I don't know off the top of my head. I am a morning person. I admit I'm a morning person, but at the same time, my brain isn't always a morning person, so I can't think out entirely, and I don't want to get it wrong. And then you have, but anyway, then you have the parts of the Air Nation and Earth Nation, which are like Indian and such, and it looks like they're going to be going in like an Indian direction for the Earthbender, and it makes total sense when you think about it, because of course they would, because they want someone who's got a darker complexion to be the main protagonist again, which, fine, I don't care. And it's like, you can tell they're trying to fit a whole bunch more. Like, I remember in the one comic, they put, like a woman with a hijab in it, and I think, okay, that's interesting. And then I didn't think, and then they put like they put I think she said like an African person in it, and it's just kind of like, it was weird. Well, Avatar having twins, but they can't also be the Avatar. Yeah, I don't think they're the Avatar. Oh, hello, Ricky G. No context. We're talking about the new Avatar leaks, and well, I guess they're not leaks now because the creator officially came out with them. But yeah, we're talking about the new Avatar stuff. If you need context to this conversation. No, I don't think they're supposed to be the Avatar. It's just that they are a twin. I think that they might be a powerful bender, but at least at the beginning, they're not the Avatar. I'm sure they're probably gonna do some lame twat. I said twat. I was gonna do some lame plot twist where, the twin does have the Avatar power. Just when you think you're done. She only has 3 fringes. So, here's an interesting thing about Misato. Her, and look at her character sheet. Her, middle fringes, on her hair are the ones that are the longest. There's a new Avatar? Yes, they're coming out with a new Avatar. There has been a lot of leaks, and then some official stuff dropped. Well, I think it was first leaked, and then it was officially confirmed by the creators. It's going to have an Earthbender Avatar. which we all knew because that's the next in the Avatar cycle, so that's not like much of a surprise. And they're all Chinese. Twins, are they doing a Christ, Antichrist type storyline? I mean, I can see with the place, but I have no confidence. So that's the thing. Like, some people were saying it's like the character, the new Avatar, she doesn't have like a leg. And people are saying, well, why are you complaining about that? Toph was blind. It's like, yeah, she was. But at the same time, they just made her a character now. I just don't really have confidence in the writers that they'll be able to pull it off. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I do have low faith in him. I'm sorry. But anyway, yeah, it's gonna have, Korra wrecked the world, so this Avatar is hated because of Korra, so thanks Korra. She's on her own, and she's, got, like, one companion, her animal companion, and she's just kind of traveling the world in a time when she's, like, hated. The funny thing is I think they feel like this is are you drawing with a mouse? No, I'm drawing with a tablet, although I am using my mouse quite a bit. Like, I'm doing any erasing or flat shading, I do use the mouse. Just for a blonde white guy in there who can bend light or something. Who cares? There we go. Finally. I know I already said it, but this time it's for real, folks. I'm thinking I'm gonna finish the line art. Like, oh, maybe I'll finish the line art, but it's like, I just realized I've only done her face and her head and her hair. No! No! I thought it was done. I thought it was over, but it's not. It's not. It's not. I made the bangs too close to each other. So anyway, I'm trying to remember everything about it from what I remember, from what I heard. So Avatar, Korra ruined the world. New Avatar is hated because of it. And 10 years later. Are you referring to Avatar or me? Because you'd be right on both. Well, no, I think Avatar's more, far into the future. And then again, it can't be that far in the future because she's this new Avatar is the next Avatar. And, this new Avatar is the next Avatar. And, you know, the Avatar comes right when Korra dies, so I don't know. I don't know how long Korra lived. Darn it! I was happy. Everything was perfect, and then I looked at it, and then I realized it sucks. The Legal Mindset is live. More information about Johnny Somali. I'll have to re-watch that stream. I'm really hoping they throw the book at Johnny Somali. I do not like people like that at all. He is just given a bad name. Like, Americans already don't have a good name of being tourists, but it's like... You're ruining it for everybody. It's like, just stop being you. It's like that one clip from The Office. I hate everything that you are. Been to Japan 3 times and somehow end up in trouble. Yeah, I don't like Somali. Don't like Somali. Real no coincidence, but it's funny it happens twice. Did she get most of the ever avatars in her killed? Yeah, she did. So it's like, the only spiritual guidance that this avatar will have is Korra. Which is like, oh. I'm sure they'll try to vindicate Korra somehow, like it wasn't her fault, but all I'm seeing is like, yeah, you did release the spirit world into our world. You merged them. No, she didn't merge them, she kept the doors open. And it's like, that had... If you couldn't see that it would have drastic consequences... then, that is a skill issue on you, folks. That is a skill issue on you. But anyway, I was gonna say earlier, but I got my own thought interrupted, because I always do that. I interrupt my own thoughts. I think they're really kind of... I could be wrong, but it just seems that they're presenting the idea, the premise of the avatar being disliked as a new concept, and it's just like, it really isn't, though. We've seen this before with Aang. Did you guys just forget the entire Fire Nation did not like him? And you could say, well, it was just only the Fire Nation was like, first of all, the Earth Kingdom wasn't so fond of him either. Second of all, the Fire Nation had control of, like, a lot of places. So it's just like the idea of the Avatar being hated. Like, I guess the difference is that now it's the whole world. I'm gonna stab myself in the neck with this pen. Because it's just like, come on! This is a really long piece. Oh, it's because, okay, so there was several pieces, because it's like, I've been hearing classical music for a long time now. The Avatar is hated in practically every cycle, because there's always conflict that they have to solve, so, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not really a new concept. But it's kind of like they're saying, well, this time it's the whole world. It's like, okay, whatever. I'll watch it when it comes out. Don't know where it will come out on. I guess Netflix. But, There we go. There we go. This time for real, folks. No lie. I won't. Yeah, well, you didn't even watch Korra, so I don't expect you to watch it. I like to check things out before I judge them. I mean, there are a few things that I can judge. Like I was taking this back around to Disney live action remakes. I already know I don't like them on principle. Just so even if, like, some people were saying, oh, you just don't like the you just don't like the Little Mermaid remake because they cast Ariel as a black woman. I mean, they cast a black woman as Ariel. I said it backwards. And I'm just like, well, no, I don't like that because I don't like race swaps of any type. White, black, Asian, whatever. I don't like any of it. But, so I just don't like it for that reason in itself. But, even if you literally copied Jodie Benson and made her even if you brought Ariel to the real world and made the movie and it was like a shot-for-shot remake of the original, like no difference outside of being in live action, I'd still hate it just on the principle of being live action. So, and from what I have seen of the clips, I don't need to see it to judge, because I can already tell it sucks. Same thing with Maleficent. So it's like, there are some things that I don't, but when it comes to things like that, I do like to try to watch them before I make assumptions. Although I have no idea when it will come out. Probably 2026 or 7. Okay. This time I'm done for real, folks. Now I just gotta delete that red part. That was just there to cap it off so that my selection wouldn't flow out. I thought they casted Sid... What's your Discord? Did mostly, bench, Korra lived, caught up. Okay, Ben's your Japanese, Chartans, what's your Discord? I thought they casted Danny, Little Mermaid. As for my Discord, I only give that to people I'm very familiar with. I'm sorry. I'm more private on Discord. In fact, only one person in this chat has it. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Okay. Now the fun part, the ribbon. I haven't figured out if I'm saying the fun part sarcastically or not. Coloring wise, the ribbon will be fun. Oh, I was like, why is it doing that? It's because I got it on distort instead of transform. I haven't figured out the exact terminology of differences between the distort and the form, but I just know that the distort I do not like. I like free transform, which is pretty much like you can move it any way you want. What are you sending a broken heart emoji, Wads? You're the only one here who does have my Discord. I'm not showing that, Rusties. Your chat got held for review, and I'm not showing it. I suck at perspective. I need to go back to school and... You broke the poor fella's heart. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Mods, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to... but you're going to have to... Okay. Skip the circle. I'm gonna draw it by hand. There we go. Sometimes... Yeah, I don't get it either. But it's funny. Let's see. So this Snow White drawing, her costume. This is Christmas music. There we go. The Christmas music has been removed. Guys, try to keep it PG. I try to have things, you know, somewhat presentable. Chaos. Absolute chaos, folks. Okay, so let me think. I'm trying to think. Is there anything... Okay. There is the brooch. Got that done. Sorry, I couldn't resist. You're excused. Has anyone... So I was, I just realized what I wanted to talk about. Has anyone heard of that weird, VTubing drama? Probably not, because I'm not sure how much you guys keep up with that, but there's this really weird VTuber, and she facilitates a lot of, parasocial relationships by calling everyone her boyfriend. She bans girls from her stream. She doesn't want you to have a girlfriend, blah, 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 blah. And, anyway, so she really did create a very toxic kind of environment. And then it's revealed that she has a boyfriend now herself. I don't watch which VTubing drama. Yeah, it really does narrow down the field. One second, I just realized I have to go do something. I'll be back in a few secs. Gents. Yeah. I have returned. Yeah, I don't watch VTubers either, but I do, sometimes peek in on the drama because it's absolutely hilariously entertaining. It's like YouTubers, like, anytime, like, big YouTuber drama comes up, like, I don't watch any of these YouTubers, but I keep up with their drama because it's just hilarious. So, sometimes it's hilariously bad. Like, I've never watched Jack Doherty a day in my life, and nor would I ever watch him a day in my life, but you bet I was laughing when he crashed his car, mainly because, he lived. If he lived, I wouldn't probably be laughing. Someone did get hurt, and I feel sorry for that person, but at the same time, it's like, you knew who you got in that car was. And I'm glad he didn't die, but just like, oh my goodness. Anyway, there's ironically a ton. I don't see a lot of chicks here, little sheep, and my girlfriend left me. Little sheep, I'll be honest, that doesn't narrow down to VTube. Stop being while staring. Is this some knife crime joke? I don't understand. Well, we all agree Merisu is a VTuber, right? This is just a burner account. Yep. Little sheep, nah. We all know Dora has a... No, he doesn't. But, I will say that, the only VTuber I watch now, and I don't think they're like a normal VTuber, they have a VTuber model. But I wouldn't be a VTuber, I would be a PNG tuber, technically, I guess. which for the longest time was just me holding up a sprite, but I guess it's got a name now, PNG Tuber. Although my sprite, I haven't made my sprite show up in a long time in my speed paints, because I just realized I used to do it and then something happened and I just forgot about it. I think it's because of last year it really threw me off. But even before the stuff, I think I was forgetting to put it on. Go away, cell phone. I meant telephone. If I ignore them, they'll go away. Let's see. It's just permanent, complete that. Only VTubers I watch, I don't know, aka Kyle, Kirsty, and Babo Gals. I support Griffins. Yeah, I never actually answered that because I was getting, once again, I got off track. My brain was spazzing like it was going to the north. But, no, the only VTuber I watch, and I just now started watching, is, Rev Desu. And he's a guy. Again, don't think he'd, like, be VTuber, but, I mean, he has, he has, like, a model. And then I also watched clips. I do not watch the streams, but I watch clips of Amelie. But that's only because I was subscribed to her back when she was just, you know, normal Amelie. So the funny thing about Amelie is that, she doesn't do much singing anymore. When I was younger, I was like, I wonder what I've only heard Amelie speak. As in sing. I've never heard her speak. I wonder what her speaking voice sounds like. And then, now I hear her speak more than I hear her sing. Which, like, I get it. The singing videos are probably hard to make and stuff, but it's just like, I wish you'd do a little bit more singing, because I really do like her voice. Is that a phone I hear? Yes. I haven't watched Nick Startling in a while. Oh, and Kirsch. I am subscribed to Kirsch. I haven't watched her, though. I only have seen her when she's on Ever People streams I've watched. I just don't really watch any streams in general. The only stream I do watch is, Riot Kitty and then whatever. And even then, I was outside of Riot Kitty's. Any other stream that I watch, I sometimes will watch it when it's done. Or if I do interact with it live, it will never be for the entire thing. Rarely ever is the entire thing. Okay. There we go. Okay, real test. I think all of you guys in my chat are men. At least I think so. So, real test of manhood here, folks. How many of you guys have watched a Barbie movie? I need to know that. Have you ever seen a Barbie movie? It doesn't matter how many times, but how many times have you seen one? That is your test. Oh, hi, Spaz. Sounds like... Rep is okay. He can get tied up talking about drama, so I try to limit how much I watch him. Sometimes I'll see highlights, but that's all. Yeah, I don't watch anybody. Like, some people are like, so that's why I don't talk about too many people who I like, because some people will get so caught up in that and they'll be like, you watch that person? How can you watch that person? It's like, I watch them. I don't agree with every single thing they say. Like, get off it. Like, everybody thinks that if you watch this person, it's an endorsement of every single thing they say and do. It's like, I don't even say and I don't even endorse everything that my brother says and does. He does a lot of things that I don't agree with. So it's like, there isn't a single person online that I agree with full-heartedly. I am assuming because you all act like men. And I'm guaranteed, and all of you are familiar with Nora Vanguard, and so therefore that just kind of means, like, in default to me. Like, the only two women who I know who came over here from Nora Vanguard who found me through Nora is Mabel and Carol, and neither one of them are here today. So, yeah. I'm not saying that there isn't any. I just said I assume. But it is not a baseless assumption. Also, I've never seen a Barbie. But that I'm just kinda straight. I love this earlier CGI Barbie movie, so I've seen all of the earlier ones. I love them up to 2013, I think, is when they started getting bad. And they just started losing. Well, I'm gonna talk about their animation anyway, because their animation's always been, like, scary, bad. But I still like Princess and the Pauper. I like Island Princess. Like, I like all those ones. But then once it got to, like, there, it's just, like, they started putting more modern stuff in it, and I really just didn't like it. I think, again, after 2013 and stuff. And it's like, at one time I was just thinking, it's like, so am I too old for Barbie movies? But then I was like, no, I still like the old ones. It's just that I think that it's just they changed. But, I didn't want to watch the Barbie movie that came out in 2023, but I was made to watch it. I didn't like it. I'm trying to figure out if the bow should be in front or if the bow should be behind her bangs. I guess behind her bangs. I really don't want to put it behind her bangs because I don't want to hide it. But I just don't think it will make sense. Wait, I think I went back. There we go. I erased too much, and it was just like, this is... There we go. But no, I mean, like I said, the animation's off, but I think that all the Barbie movies of the earlier ones are good. I mean, they're girl movies, but they're good. can hear my dad's radio in the background. Let's see. Trying to think. I want to start a new conversation, but I want to make sure I'm trying to pay attention to this. At the same time. I think for now I'm actually gonna keep this. So I think for now I'm gonna keep this on a separate layer. Just because if I don't, I know for certain I will get it all mixed up. Chat beef going on, and I'll check on you guys in a minute. I'm leaving you guys unattended, so behave yourself. Okay, there we go. And then, there we go. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna label this bow. Usually I do not keep this kind of stuff. Usually I do not keep this stuff on a separate layer, but if I don't, like I said, I will forget what it is. Okay. Let's see how much I can do. Okay, time to get caught up with chat, so let me put this on pause for a minute. Okay, sometimes I'll see highlights, but that's all. Never. Sure, you see. I never watched past my sister watching some. I walked past my sister watching some when she was younger. Also, I've never seen a Barbie movie, but okay, I read that. You mean the Ken movie that just came out in 2023? Time to do some hard lines of substance in chat. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna make the body disappear now. Reminds me of that Casting Crowns song. We Are the Body. I can't remember it. Let's see. That's another thing that I don't think enough people are talking about. But out of all the out of all the Disney live action remake costumes, Snow White has to be the worst I've ever seen. Like, Belle's was pretty awful. Jasmine's like, I liked it, but it is bad. It at least looks visually pretty, I think, in my opinion. So Jasmine at least can fool me. Cinderella's. Everyone's over the moon about Cinderella's. I hate it. I hate Ariel's. And by Ariel, I mean the live action remake Ariel, because it looks awful. But Aurora's I don't even remember. The one that she wore in Maleficent. It's actually painful to call these girls by their princess names, because to me it's like, you're not Aurora, you're not Sleeping Beauty, you're not Jasmine, you're not Belle, you're not Ariel. Just like, stop. There we go. I'm just gonna get lost in this woods when it comes to this illustration. I just know it because there's so much detail to it. I didn't realize what I did to myself. It's because I got too many references going on here, so it's like, I don't know what's going on. I need to... I want to read, and by read I mean listen, because I got the audiobook of there we go. To Hunger Games. But I haven't gotten around to it yet. I've owned it for a long time now. Since last year. I think in the middle of last year, like in July, so it's almost, I've almost owned it for an entire year and I haven't read it. Listen to it. Okay, there we go. Better than anything I can draw. Better than anything I can effing draw. Haven't even touched close. Rusties, are you saying you're not wearing clothes? Daring. And at least where I am, illegal if you're in public. I'm gonna erase this, gonna erase that, because is this fate knocking at the door? Is that what I'm looking for? It's swear nothing at all. I'm trying to get into drawing stuff, and I've been barely gotten some anatomy. Don't get me started on that. I ain't good at that. If you guys think I'm good at that, then it's just like I fooled you. Like, some people are like, can you teach me how to draw? It's like, no, I don't know what I'm doing myself. Go away. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, this isn't Fate Knocking the Door. This is, Odd to... Oh, darn it. What is it? No. Does anyone know German? Ah, darn it. You want to know to draw? Practice. Yeah, that's basically it. You can't ask the blind to lead the blind. It's just, it doesn't end well. Beethoven's Final Fifth Symphony doesn't answer. Yeah, I know, Watts. I haven't had some practice from a year like now. Let's see. I was watching, I've been rewatching, I already said this, but I've been rewatching Murder, She Wrote with my mother, and it's a really good show, too. Like, I really do enjoy it. So far, like, there's not been a bad episode, there's just been episodes that I've enjoyed more, but I really do miss that golden art for, we really did have a knack for good. There's this one German song called Erika. It's about flowers and stuff. I'm not trusting that recommendation. I don't trust that. I feel like that's something that isn't good. There we go. Make this blue. So usually I don't have this many layers when I'm working on line art. Like, I will have, like, so when I said earlier about the layers and stuff, so basically how I do it is I'll make it all on a layer, and then I'll make it on separate layers, but then I'll put it all into one. But usually I don't like to make that many layers at once. But I am here because it's just like, it is a lot to deal with. I think I made this drawing. Huh? They're in your drawer. Yeah, they are. Here, I'll help get them. Ah, it's too late. I'm already up. They're right there in the drawer. Oh, there we go. I had to help Papa Sheep with finding lost bagels. His bagels got up and ran away. There we go. In mid-Germany, it's a mid-Germany marching song. Okay, I think I know what you mean. I think I know what you mean. That's what I had a feeling. Like, I first thought, okay, that, but then you said flowers and there was the devil emoji, and it's like I already knew. I felt like you were recommending me that kind of song, but then it's like, oh. Oh. You said, like, the flowers and the emoji was kind of making me think it was, like, some kind of Ever song. Then it was like, oh, okay. That's what I first figured. Almost there. There we go. There we go. And then there we go. Ah. There we go. Doink, doink. We'll doink our way to victory. That sounds dirty. That sounds worse than what I mean. There we go. We're like 10% through. Guys, if this isn't great signs of progress, I don't know what is. Make this sip away. There we go. I'm gonna keep the bow blue for now. Actually, wait, no. Keep it red so that way I can see it. Because I just realized I can't see it. Make the face appear. Give her a mouth. Wrong layer. Sometimes I just do the eyes on a separate layer, but sometimes I do the entire face. Honestly, it just depends on what kind of drawing I'm working with. And in this case, it is kind of funny when you look back at fashion and stuff and, oh, why was this way? Or why is this way? When it comes to high fashion, it was just basically a contest on how much fabric you could flaunt. Like top hats. It's like, the more air you had in your hat, the more, rich you were. Because it means, I have a lot of money to waste on fabric. Like, don't get me wrong, I love top hats. They're fun. But at the same time, it's just like, when you get down to it, it's like, oh, okay, so it's just all about waste. But at least back then, high fashion was, like, pretty. I mean, yeah, it was, like, all about flaunting how much money you could waste on fabric, because, like, a poor person didn't have money to waste on, like, on, a silk hat that was 3 feet tall. But, at the same time, at least it looked nice. Nowadays, we got, like, Supremes. And it just looks ugly. Looks ugly as all get at. I hate Supreme. And then you have some influencers who shame kids for not having that stuff. It's like, it's ugly. At least in the past when they shamed you for not having nice clothing. At least it was something to aspire to because it was pretty clothing. Nowadays, it's just a cotton shirt with an iron-on logo. Like, there's this one store, that's got really nice clothing, and it's expensive, but at least you're paying for nice quality clothing that will last for a long time, and it's more than just an ironed-on logo. It's also timeless, so it will never go out of style. That is, at least until the Antichrist comes and we all get thrown into degeneracy. And now we're stuck with Gucci slippers and Supreme t-shirts. Actually, Supreme's a dead brand right now, isn't it? I don't keep up with that stuff, so I don't know, but I do know I see a lot. I do see a lot less of it, but like I said, it's not like I watch the people who do flaunt that stuff. Like, I don't watch Rice Gum, I don't watch Jack Doherty and stuff like that. So it's like, I don't know. When Jack Doherty crashed his car, I made a comment. Oh, I'm being kidnapped. Okay, I think the stream will go for a little bit longer, and then I'll stop. Like, I don't think I'll finish. I don't know. Let's see what I can do, folks. Let's see if I can make some magic. No, it's not happening. I zoomed out. It's like, let's see if we can make some magic and actually finish this line art. But I zoom out and I'm like, nah. If I do, it will be a miracle in live action, folks. But no, yeah, I don't keep track of the brands and stuff, so I have no idea if Supreme is a dead brand. I know Gucci isn't. I wouldn't pay for any of that Gucci stuff, like, at all, but at least some of the stuff I've seen is nice. Same thing with, like, the brand Kate Spade. I don't think that's, like, quite as expensive. But, like, at least it's nice. I've never been a name brand girl. Because, like, I'm actually going to the shop for glasses to get some new ones. And, like, there's this one brand, and I'm just like, I'm satisfied with just this brand. And it's, like, the name, it's a store brand, glasses. It's like, if it's good, it's like, I don't need to spend $50 on frames. Well, not even $50. Sometimes it's more than that. Like, sometimes I have gotten frames that are more expensive. But every time it's just like, hey, whatever works, works. I meant to push the... I made that on the wrong layer. I can fix it. This is supposed to be on the body layer, not the face layer. There we go. Now to do the hands. Let's see. There we go. I'm trying to think if there's anything... Has anything been going on with anybody else's lives? Like, anything interesting? Any stories to tell? Because it's like I'm running out of topics, but I don't want to end the stream quite yet because I do want to go a little bit farther in the line art. So if anyone's got anything that they want to share, please share. As long as it's within reason. Like I said, PG, folks. PG. At least try. But like I said, I'm getting new glasses today. Oh, I'm really hyped. Waiting and waiting for the announcement for the American release date of Kimetsu no Yaiba. The Japanese release dates come out, but I don't think the American one has yet. I cannot wait to see it in theaters. I'm hoping that I'll be able to. But honestly, I will be surprised if I do. Let's see, Romans. But we are now delivered from the law that being dead, we wherein I disappeared too fast. I want to see it. Romans, but we are now delivered from the law, that being dead, wherein we were held, that we should serve in the newness of the Spirit and not in the oldness of the letters. Cool. Oh, hi, One Wick. I finally made it to stream without being dead tired. Yay. I am a very dull man, says Wall. Yes. Hello. You're here. Like I said, I'm not sure how long I'm going, how much more longer I'm going to go to. Because I didn't think I was going out quite early in the morning, but now I am. I'm being kidnapped. My mom wants me to accompany her. But, I am going to try to go a little bit longer. PG. It's like half my vocabulary. Also, I don't know enough. You all well enough to share personal info. Oh, well, I'm not diving for personal information. I don't mean like that kind of stuff. I just meant like, you know, anything that you heard, like online or something like that. I try to stay very private online too. Like, I'm sure if you guys went through Detective Elmo, you could figure out, like, a lot about me. But I try not to advertise. But at the same time, I don't try to be overly secretive, too, because it's like, I think that's a balance, because I think sometimes when you're overly secretive, that just makes people more curious. You give them just enough so that way they'll be satisfied. Anyone got any movies that they're planning to see this year? Like, the only thing that I can think of that's coming out this year that I really want to see is, Kimetsu no Yaiba. And I want to see, Snow White fail. But rather than that, I don't think there's anything else here that I want to see. Figure out. I don't know what you're referring to. Let's see. Drawing hands are like the worst. I don't watch movies. Yes, Waj, we all know you're a boring human being with no life. There we go. Hey, stop barking! She scared me out to death. Okay, I'm coming. I'm trying to do a Metroid run right now, and I suck. Nothing I want to see in theaters coming up until next year, 2027. This year, I'm only hyped for the new Doom game. Cool. What the doggo be doing? The doggo want to go outside. Yeah, that's cool. I don't think I've ever even seen a playthrough of Doom. I mean, I definitely know I didn't play it. Like I said, I don't play that many video games, folks. And if I am gonna play a video game, you can bet your boots that it's gotta be a really good game for me to buy it. Like something that I'm really interested in. Oh, that's actually looking pretty nice. I might delete the pupils though. Just because sometimes I like to color those, sometimes I like to draw them. I went to go get my dogs in, and then when I come back, I walk right into the doorpost. Bet your boots. I've never heard that before. I'm gonna have to use it in the future. You've never heard of the expression, bet your boots? Have you ever watched Muppets Treasure Island? That expression's used in that. You've never heard bet your boots before. That is so weird. Okay. On to the skirt. Now this part will be the fun part, and I do not mean. I've heard it before. You ever heard of bet your bottom dollar? Yes. I watched Annie. I mean, I've seen Annie, you know, the musical. You know, bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Have you guys ever heard of the expression 20 for 80 before? I'll bet you 20 for 80. I mean, I know you probably heard, like, donuts and stuff like that, but 20 for 80 is a very specific number, and I got it from an old, movie collection of Nancy Drew movies. Was Hollywood remaking so many old things? Nancy Drew is something that I'm surprised they never did. They did do it like once, but that was like eons ago now. I'm more familiar with the term bet your bottom dollar. Let's see, I'm trying to think of any. My brother will say the most obscure things, and my mom's like, she doesn't know what they mean, and she thinks like, oh, I don't know these new phrases, but my brother's just like, these are old phrases. Some of them I'm like surprised because it's like, you watched them. No, I can't say I heard of 20 free 80. Yeah, 20 free 80 as in $23.80. Like I said, it comes from a very specific old Nancy Drew movie. And, I always just like the way she said it, so now I say it. I watch a lot of old movies, and so some of my lingo comes from that. Like, I do kind of find it a little funny, because some people are like, I watch old movies, and it's like, okay, what did you watch? Back to the Future? I'm like, I mean, yeah, that's old, but that's not what I'm talking about. Get on my level, scrub. I mean, I wouldn't consider myself a cinephile of old movies. Because it's like, I'm not an expert. I just like what I like. I'm not an expert on anything. I just know what I like. And that's about it. So the entire reason why I gave her fingerless gloves is just because I like drawing fingernails. Like, obviously this is a pure fantasy dress when it comes to Snow White. There's nothing historical about it in the slightest, nor is it supposed to be. Whee! That was fun. It's fun drawing all the flowy, flappy floopies of the clothing and stuff like that, the frilly stuff. Maybe that a little too high. Go. So maybe I can do the line art, because the dress isn't that hard. The hardest parts were the hair and the frilly collar and stuff like that, so maybe I will be able to finish. I don't know. Let's see where we go from here, folks. But, okay, so if I had to, like, name off my top old movies that I love And This Is Our Life, Room for One More, Penny Serenade. I'm just naming them off the top of my head, not in order. Mildred Pierce, with Joan Crawford. I love, the oldest one I watched is Nosferatu and the Invisible Man. I love The Invisible Man. It is really good. Nosferatu is cool too, but I love The Invisible Man. Have you seen the rest of them? So they have The Invisible Man, they have The Invisible Man Returns, they have The Invisible Woman, they have The Invisible Man Revenge. So The Invisible Man Returns is a sequel to the original Invisible Man movie, which is based off of the novel by H.G. Wells. And it is not connected to the novel anyway, but it is a continuation of the movie's plots. I love it. The Invisible Woman and The Invisible Man's Revenge and The Invisible Agent. None of those are canon at all. It's just that they're just copying the Invisible format because, you know, why not? They did a really good job with them invisible effects. Yeah, but that reminds me, it's like, I've also seen, Them, and the Beast, the Thing from Another World. It's like, it's all such good movies. It's like, again, like going back to the original thing, it's like, I'm not gonna run out of stuff to watch because it's like, there's so much stuff that's good in the past. I watched The Invisible Man solely so I can. I rarely watch movies from before 1970. The exception is some Akira Kurosawa films from the 1950s and the original Godzilla, which I have watched again because it made me cry. What a Wonderful Life is a good movie. I love A Wonderful Life. Like, to be honest, when I was younger, I didn't like it as much, but now it's just like, I absolutely love it. I never actually seen any Akira Kurosawa films, to be honest. It's hard to say. I need to get, it's on my bucket list. But sad to say, I've never watched any. I watched Invisible Man solely because I heard Claude Rains laugh, and I was like, that man's voice, it sounds so sinister, I need to see it. So in the second Invisible Man, the Invisible Man is about, Claude Rains' character, his name escapes me in this hour of the morning, is friends with a man who's wrongfully convicted for his brother's murder, Michael Radcliffe, and Jeffrey Radcliffe is going to be executed for it. So to save him, the brother to the original Invisible Man turns Jeffrey Radcliffe invisible, so that way he can escape until they prove his innocence. And Vincent Price is the one who plays him, and he's Vincent Price. Sounds amazing. I love the House on the Haunted Hill and the Wax Museum. A lot of people find, so don't get me wrong, the Wax Museum is definitely scary and creepy, but I find it more sad than anything because it's like, I'm an artist. I can relate. Like if someone did destroyed all my stuff, I'd be very, very, very ticked off. Not sure if I'd become a murdering psychopath, but I mean, he also, lost a lot, and it's just like, it's sad to think about. Let's see. Let's get caught up in chat. Tree Fiddly is a classic. The oldest movie I've seen is the original Scarface from 1932. I rented that and Al Pacino remake from the same library. Cool. What a Wonderful Life is a good movie. Okay, I've read that. Kurosawa. I watched The Invisible Man, so okay, I've read that. Just fixed my bro's Quest 2 controller. Oh, cool. I'm glad. Like, he sounds like a maniac psychopath, yet for the movie he comes across with the kind of childlike innocence. It's straight. Claude Rains, The Invisible Man. I'll need to see it. which Mario Kart 8 had a voice chat. I do not know anything about that in the sense of Mario, but yeah, no, definitely recommend The Invisible Man Returns. You can actually buy it. I think it's like more expensive now, but like the Universal Monster Collection, movie collection set, and you can buy them for each monster. And the one we have is The Invisible Man, because The Invisible Man is my favorite out of all the Universal Monster movies. I think it gets a little bit. It's not completely overshadowed, but I definitely do think it's like kind of. It definitely is not as popular as Dracula, the Dracula movies, the Werewolf, the Frankenstein, and even the Mummy movies. The Mummy was Brendan Fraser's amazing. I love it. But it is different in the fact that it's more of an action movie than a horror movie. I'm not going to put too many details here because I'm just going to cover this skirt. The inside of it was like flowers. You can see it in the sketch. But, no, yeah, I really do love the old movies, and I think that there is just something about them that cannot be replicated. That said, I'm not one of those people who think that there are no movies that are good. Like, my dad's like, oh, if it's got CGI in it, it's bad. It's like, it's not, this was the good old days when they relied just on acting. It's like, no, I like a lot of newer movies, too. Like, I like Iron Man, I like Inception, I like The Prestige. And such. I don't know why the last ones I just named were all the ones I were naming were just Christopher Nolan films. I'm hoping Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey is good, but I've been seeing some images about it, and it's just like, And then also the fact that Tom Holland's completed it, which was like, he's just, him and Zendaya, and they're just like in everything. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna skip the cape. Seven Samurais is the best place to start. Yoji Bow is good, but I like A Fistful of Dollars way more. Yeah, Rashimoto is quite good, and I didn't care for The Throne's Blood. I mean, keep on meaning to watch A Fistful of Dollars, but I haven't got around to it. Yeah, The Mummy was the Brendan Fraser. The Mummy was Brendan Fraser slaps. Okay, now for the skirt and then the shoes. I think I actually did finish the line art, actually. I mean, not was the entire picture, because I'm not even going to do, like, the intricate details. Like the flowers and stuff, but when it comes to the smaller things, I try to do this all in one stroke. So that way go. There we go. Gotta move that away, it's a little too close. Let's see, caught up with Trent. Yeah, the mummy was burned, is slaps hard, like it's distinguishably good. We love you, Brendan Fraser. Tell your dad to watch Lighthouse with William Dafoe and Robert Pattinson. Yes, I'm a Christopher Nolan fan, and Iron Man is still the best MCU movie. Yes, I agree. Rusty's Dragon, oh yes. Iron Man is pretty good. If I had a... Not reading that. I wonder if your dad would like the new Nosferatu movie. No, probably not. Heard the new one is really good. Very faithful to the original. Ironic, the last two movies I saw in theaters were Sonic, Fury, and Nosferatu, talking about the bipolar film watching. It was like the Barbie experience all over again, folks. I think it's funny how they try to replicate the the Barbenheimer stuff, but the reason why the Barbenheimer stuff worked is because it was just so natural. It was things that people came up with on their own. By the way, steak line before the Lighthouse movie context. It's a little cabin fever. Rusty's Dragon. They must miss. I forgot him. Yeah. My parents don't like movies with, you know, a lot of violence and gore in it either. So, I mean, if there's that in the movie, then... my dad won't like it. The only way he'd watch a movie that has that in it is if it's a World War II movie. There we go. And then put this on a new layer. There we go. I made it all disappear. There we go. Dude, almost done. I just got the feet to do left. Yeah, but some of these things are the way they are in this illustration just because it's like, well, I like that and I want it to show. I don't know where I got the concept of this drawing is. All I know is that it came to me when I was in the middle of doing my commissions for Valentine's Day. And it was so burning in my brain so hard. I had to sketch it out. So that way I wouldn't forget it. But I'm in the middle of a commission. So I'm like, I probably really shouldn't be doing this in the middle of my commission, but it's just like, I just took 5 seconds break to get it done, because it's just like, it was just like, so much in my brain. There we go. Doesn't CGI or violence and gore. Well, that's all my recommendation movies because those are all my modern movies. Like, sometimes you will watch it. Like, sometimes when I have, like, Avengers Endgame on, there's times he'll pop in and he'll check it out. But then usually he'll just end up saying, "Oh, that's fake," and stuff like that. And it's like, yes, I know it's fake, Dad. The same with my grandma. When I was younger and I used to watch TV at her house, she would just be like, "Oh, it's not all real. It's just paint on their face. It's not blood." And it's like, those dogs aren't really fighting. They're just playing with each other. My grandma had a dark sense of humor. She liked more darker movies. Like, there are some things that she drew the line on, like things that do with the brain. But at the same time, it's like, she was like, "Here's kids, watch Misery. It's good. It's a funny movie." It's like, no, it's not. My mom and brother watched Misery, I think, last year. And so I was seeing it, and I'm like, nah. I don't think this is my type of movie. Almost there. I see chat moving in the corner of my eye, and I'm like, I want to look at it, but at the same time, it's like, I just want to get this part finished, so let me finish it, and then I'll catch up. Nope. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, so like I said, I got the inner frills to do and such, but I think that's all, because I'm not going to add the cape. Because it's like, I don't even want to try. Because it's like, I know I'll fail miserably. So I'm going to leave the cape off. Well, it's not like okay, let me rephrase. It's not like I'm going to fail miserably. It's just that I don't want to cover up all those flippy floppies. So let me see what's going on in the chat. Okay, Dracula doesn't like it. Okay, I can't say what happens in the lighthouse because it spoils what we know happens in the film. But yeah, stuff on there. Like, oh my god, stuff. So I probably wouldn't like it, but trust me. I guess the only film I love that I can recommend is Hacksaw Ridge. Could be worse, cause it's got pretty goated. I forget which one that is, but I think I know which one it is. Didn't like CGI. So, no Lord of the Rings, no Arnold movies, no Bruce Willis, nope. Lord of the Rings is the only one that he's seen. Hot take, Avengers Endgame was kind of mid. Honestly, I do still like Avengers Endgame, but I am gonna be serious. There's a lot of things in it that I do not like anymore. But I still do enjoy it. That's the most lukewarm fucking thing ever convinced one. It's literally the movie is. It's literally the movie that killed the MCU. No bull. Lukewarm chat. I found my people. Name one good movie after Endgame. Spoilers, you can't. And that's just the story. And cringe. And that's just story. That's not even going into the agenda stuff. Do better, Senator. Fun fact, there's a Sonic Boom episode that references Misery. It's like the episode was the clip that Sonic used. Okay. I don't need to know that. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can add her cape, and then if not, then I will be done. I'm just gonna see what it will look like. I'm probably not gonna do it, but I just want to see. Yeah, I agree. I've never seen any Marvel movie after Endgame. And, like I said, I didn't mind Endgame, but at the same time, if ever people don't like it, I can see why. I still enjoy it. Endgame wasn't a perfect movie, but it was, I think, a good ending to the MCU. And I kind of wish they just restarted after that. Like, they should have just did maybe one movie and then make the universe restart or something, or just say, okay, now we're going to take it into a new direction or something. What do you think, guys? Do you like the cape or not? Do you think the cape... Never seen Deadpool 3. Never seen any of the Deadpool movies. They're not my cup of tea. Too much violence and profanity in it. As for No Way Home, I did not like it. I mean, I do like... Okay. I like some things about it, but there are a lot of things that I don't like about it. So, my brother hates it. Like, he literally... I like the cape. Okay, cape's going. Cape is coming. Remember the word and capes. No, capes. Nice cape. Yeah, I'm gonna add the cape because I figured out how to do it, so it's like, I like it. That's freaky. Just her face there. So, I'm gonna try to do it. Oh. Plus, I think it really sells the whole zero gravity bit that I'm going for in this. When it comes to things like this, I try to make the strokes as long as I can. One reason why is because I think it adds a nice organic touch. And I try to mess with it, like adjust it afterwards, like what I'm doing right here. I try to adjust it as little as possible because like I like the nice natural flow of the pen. Shoot. Darn it! 50-50 on Kate, but sometimes less is more, but I can see it work. Well, I'm just gonna finish drawing and I'll see how it is. Let's see. Need that point a little too short. There we go. There we go. But no, I do agree with that sentiment that there isn't. I just remember No Way Home. There is no Tom Holland villain. It's all Toby and Andrew, and Andy steals the. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, because it's just like That's the reason why I do like it, is because I like Toby and Andrew Garfield. If they weren't in it, I wouldn't like it. And even then, I don't like what they did with Electro. Like, they completely changed him from what he was. They did not understand his character. I thought Dr. Octopus was cool. My brother did not like it. But, it's just like, I feel like there's just some things, though, that it was just kind of like, I just don't think that I just don't think they understood the characters that they were doing. And the only reason why I liked it was because it had those characters in it. If it didn't, because I just don't really care for... I don't think Tom Holland's... Like, when I saw the first Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, I had, like, rock bottom expectations. So when I saw it, I was actually pleasantly surprised that I did actually like it. The second one was just the worst, I think, because the second one had nothing going for it. Like, the third one, I didn't like. I thought there was a lot of things in it that's bad, but I also really did enjoy it because I saw it in theater. And a friend of my brother's invited me, not Nora, my other brother. And so, it was nice of them to, and they paid for my ticket, which they didn't have to. I offered to, but they did it. And that was really nice. So, it was just a nice experience. And, because of that, I did really enjoy it when I saw it in theaters and stuff, but then when I started thinking about certain things, there were some things I didn't like, but at least it has, like, Toby, Maguire, and Andrew Garfield's in it. That's because the Tom Holland villains suck. Yeah. So, the Spider-Man TV show that I keep talking about, the one that I saw, that was originally supposed to be Tom Holland's Spider-Man, but they, had to rework it to just be a different Spider-Man. There we go. Looks like the cape stays, folks. We disobeyed Edna mode. So now she'll be sucked into a jet engine. But she's in an anti-gravitational field. Ah, this line art, I made it way too thick. I made it way too thick. Its thick was a capital C. It was 2 C's. I mean, yeah, its thick was 2 C's. Okay. we go, there we go. Okay, I just remembered I never posted any game movie that wasn't trash. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Oh, yeah, yes. I did forget about that. I did enjoy that movie. I liked it a lot. I did really enjoy Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, so I do take it back. I forgot about that movie, too, because I just forget, momentarily brain lapse. There we go. I'm still gonna keep the bow on a separate layer just because. Well, I haven't done the lace and I haven't done the flowers, but oh, almost forgot the bows on her shoes. I have to have those. Like, that's the one thing I like about Snow White is I love the bows on the silver slippers from, I mean, not silver, the ruby slippers from Wizard of Oz. They got bows on her. She's got bows on her high heels too, and I love that. It's absolutely adorable. And that's the main reason why, like I said earlier, half the things in this drawing are like this way just because I wanted them to be seen. I want to show off as many details of the costume as possible. Because even though the costume's kind of a mess, I'm still proud of it. I just think I want Spider-Man that's an adult again and can have a stable relationship instead of being an eternal high schooler. One thing I love about Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is that we never see him in high school. Yeah. I think he's in high school for the first episode. I mean, first movie for a bit. But no, yeah, I do agree. Like, I have no problem with seeing Peter necessarily. Like, I love Spectacular Spider-Man. That's my favorite version of Spider-Man. He's a high schooler, but it would have been nice to see that version grow up and become, you know, Spider-Man. I think it's also just in the sense of the Tobey Maguire one, he's just not young. He's really young. Like, I mean, I know, not Tobey Maguire, the Tom Holland one. So it's like, very apparent that he's a yeah, I figured. I knew when the bows didn't match up to the sketch, I had a feeling they were going to be too low. Like I said, if it is good, I don't need Peter to be an adult at the beginning. I'm fine with him being a teenager because I kind of understand why they do it. But yeah, it'd be nice. I'm not gonna lie. That's one thing I like about Avengers. It's just adult heroes who actually act like adults. Same thing with Justice League. Okay, there we go. Okay, now I am all done. I don't think I will finish this drawing on stream. I'm not sure because it is going to be used in a video that I'm going to be doing that may or may not be about a certain movie that's coming out, so I don't think I'm going to finish this. I'm also not going to finish, where is it? Chit Chat can show up now. I'm also not going to probably finish, this one on stream just because I want to start moving on to other stuff. This was another drawing that I was working on, and just like I'm probably not gonna finish that because there's other things that I want to do in streaming. So I don't know where I'll go from here. I do know that I have 2 speed paints coming out hopefully this month, Lord willing, God willing. And I've got I just realized I forgot the underdress. And I've got 2 speed paints and one ever video coming out. So hopefully I will be able to do that. For now, that was the stream. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Really fun talking to all you guys. Really fun doing this. And I am always so touched and honored that you guys all come. And have a lovely day. I will see you again real soon.